What is in this box? What is in this box? It's some paws. Oh my god, look at his paws. Wow. Amazing. I love you. I love you so much, baby boy. Hello everybody, welcome back. I told you I'd be back. Today we are talking about detransition and my opinions and thoughts on detransition. Today's a collab with Nova, the Staffordshire Staffy? What's Staffy short for? She's a dog. So yeah, detransition and voice cracks just in the middle of words. So basically, I'll just go right into it and tell you all my thoughts. Obviously, I mean, I don't know what you think I was gonna say, but it's totally cool if you're detransitioning, if you know somebody detransitions, people who are detransitioning, whatever, like, I do not care, it's up to you. It's your journey, your body, like, do whatever you want, identify as whatever you want. I understand completely that identity can be very fluid, and at one point you can identify as one thing, and then at another point you can identify as another thing, and, you know, gender is really weird and confusing for some people. So, like, if you think you're trans and then realise that you're not, or, like, realise that transition isn't for you, whatever, detransition, that's Gucci, you can do that, you do you. And, like, I feel like people who are detransitioning obviously need support. I'm so sorry, my camera cut out, and I don't know where I had got to. So basically, as I was saying, I support people who are detransitioning, and, like, you know, if you're doing that, that's fine. Like, I have nothing against the people who are detransitioning, and obviously I get that it must be very difficult, so people who are detransitioning have full right and should be supported, I think, you know, and they have full right to seek support and talk about it, wherever they want, on the internet, whatever, and share their stories, and that is great, you know, whatever. To people who are detransitioning, I hope you feel comfortable in yourself soon and you get exactly what you want and you don't get too much stick for, you know, doing that, because you can't help it. Yeah, basically that's my thoughts. Obviously I do have a slight issue with some things regarding detransition. I think that, like, it can take up a lot of conversation and a lot of space, because there's a lot of, I think cis people tend to be fascinated by it, because I've seen so many documentaries talking about it, and, like, a lot of the trans conversation by cis people does seem to centre around detransition. And I think, you know, like, people who are, like, you know, aren't detransitioning, who have a different experience within, like, the trans bubble of experience, deserve some of the time which is quite often given to talking about detransition. I don't know, have you guys seen, like, I keep getting recommended, like, documentaries about detransition, and they quite often seem to be, like, by cis directors or something, and it's, like, talking about, like, this person thought they were trans, how silly of them, and now they're normal. Did you just hear cat to make weird noise? God, now I see why people film inside in a more controlled environment, because yeah, so I think, like, a lot of time does seem to talk about detransition, and a lot of these documentaries that I'm talking about, I might have been the only person who gets recommended these, like, on YouTube and things, because they're definitely things, there's definitely hundreds of them. A lot of them seem to quite demonize trans people and talk about, oh, I'm so glad we've got them back from the horrible trans, and I'm like, okay, so I don't like that side of detransition or topic, or, like, discussing detransition in that sort of way. But, like, an individual who is detransitioning and, you know, who still respects trans people, you know, like, I feel like if you're detransitioning, just respect people who aren't, because, you know, you went through that, you know what they feel, like, more than anyone, and just because you've decided to detransition, it doesn't mean that, you know, everyone it wants to do that, and I feel like a lot, like, in these documentaries, I know I'm not crazy, I know you've seen them too, it seems to be like, oh yeah, loads of people think that they're trans but they're not, and I'm just like, no, just because that's your story it doesn't mean it's everybody else's. But you know, I know that there are people who are detransitioning who don't think that and don't say that, obviously. It's just like these are the narratives that I've seen a lot. So obviously I think we need less of that narrative, a more positive detransition narrative of like, yeah, I thought this was me, or like, yeah, this still is kind of me, but like I've decided to like not go down the whatever route that I'm detransitioning from and stuff like that, you know, and just more like general discussion of it, and not kind of use it as a way to villainize and demonize trans people and be like, oh, this was a really scary part of my life but now I'm out of it, sort of thing, because that's not very nice to trans people and people who are like transitioning, because I feel like, yeah, that narrative's kind of bad that people are spreading at the moment. And like, a lot of people use that. Like, if they know someone who is transitioning, they will send these videos of detransitioning people who are saying that they regretted transitioning and being like, this is gonna be you, and just like, it's not. Most of the time it's not. Like, it is. I don't know statistics, but I know it's not very common for people to detransition and to completely regret their transition. I know a lot of people that detransition are happy that they tried transitioning and that was a big part of their lives, and it's still valid and important to them, and they don't really regret it. It's just like, it's a thing that happened and then they decided to like go against it, or like whatever, detransition in some way. So yeah, basically, people detransitioning, you're probably valid, but I think that a lot of discussion around detransitioning is used to harm trans people, and you know, it's used as a transphobic sort of weapon. The stories of detransitioned people are used for transphobic means, which it isn't nice. Let's not do that. Let's just support trans people and detransitioning people, you know, because gender's weird. So yeah, I you know, that's that. I know I didn't make all that much sense in this video, but I hoped that maybe you like my opinions on the situation. If you have different opinions, that's fine. I'm not here to argue with you or anyone else. If you want to have a debate about this, just comment and I might change my mind. I'm not that set in these opinions, that's just off the top of my head what I think. So yeah, again, thank you very much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, check out all of like my other social medias and stuff, but definitely check out this channel because this channel is full of the best people ever. You know, subscribe to this channel right here. Subscribe, best people ever on this channel, making videos pretty much every day. Every week we have a new topic and it's great. Bye, love you, bye.